What's up, guys? Sean Rochester here for 5 Reasons Sports, bringing you my 5 keys for Heat at Hornets November 14th. Before you do that, check out the finish line link in the bio. You can get $10 off a $100 purchase. Get yourself some Heat culture gear. Get yourself some NBA swag, shoes, socks, whatever you need from the finish line. $10 off of a $100 purchase in the link below. 5 keys for tonight. It's the second in-season tournament game for the Heat. We're 1-0 so far, trying to get our second win in Charlotte on the road against a Southeast Division opponent. My 5 keys. First of all, talking about the Heat offense, over the weekend without Tyler Hero, they passed their first few tests. It's going to be a game-by-game thing. I don't think it's always going to be pretty, especially losing Tyler the way that they did. But the Hornets come in, I jokingly said, it's about a week away from Thanksgiving, and they are in the giving spirit. They are 30th in defensive rating. They are 30th in opponent field goal percentage. And 28th in free throw rate. So if you look at that, it should be a good sign that the Heat can get things going. The Heat have had a lot of success when they played against poor defenses so far. The Pistons, the Wizards, the Lakers, the Spurs, they were able to get good offensive games in those. The interesting place that I would watch is the mid-range. Very heavy for the Heat so far. We lead the NBA in mid-range attempts, but then the Charlotte Hornets, they allow the 4th least in that area. So, can you get to the rim? Can you try to pepper them from the three-point line? What's going to happen in terms of that mid-range battle? Second one is Bam. Obviously, over the past week, he's played as good as anybody in the league. I know he didn't get the Player of the Week, award that maybe the Miami Heat fans wanted him to get, but that being said, he goes against Mark Williams tonight, and it's not a name that's going to pop off like going against AD or Jaren Jackson Jr. or Wemby, but he's had a very good season so far. Second-year player out of Duke, 15 points a game, 9 rebounds per game, good shot blocker. But Bam is a much better athlete than him, so I think working out of that 15-foot range where he can face up, he can hit cutters, but also now he's so willing to shoot that jump shot, no real hitch, no real hesitation, but also he's one dribble from the basket so he can attack and use his athleticism. I think it could be another big Bam game, but it's important that he and the other players on the floor impact rebounding, because it can't just be Bam. The subs that come in, the guards, the people on the wings, because the Hornets are a good rebounding team, and we know that that's a good indicator of when the Heat are going to have success is when they win on the glass. Third key, the head of the snake for the Charlotte Hornets is definitely LaMelo Ball. And he hasn't had a great season this year. Actually, it's kind of a disappointing season for him so far, and it maybe working his way out of Charlotte at some point. But he's the guy that's going to cause problems for the Miami Heat because of his athleticism. We know point of attack is an issue for the Miami Heat. The matchups for him, if we use the same starting lineup, probably Kyle Lowry, probably Haywood Highsmith is where I would put on LaMelo Ball. But keeping him out of the paint, he shoots a high percentage of his shots. Nearly 40% of his shots come within 4 feet, and then he shoots a lot of threes. So not just talking about shot attempts, but him getting into the paint, drawing and kicking out to shooters. They're not a very good shooting team, so it might be a good opportunity for the Heat also to use zone. They attempt the least amount of threes in the league. They shoot the lowest percent of three-point in the league, so it's a great opportunity there, I think, if you can pack it in and just make them beat you by making jump shots. And obviously, as I just said, getting rebounds after those misses. Fourth key, Duncan Robinson. What a game last game. I didn't know he had that type of bag. He was just destroying Mr. Wembanyama. And I think, tonight, talking about the way that the Hornets defend, they give up threes, the 10th highest percentage of three-point frequency in the league, and they also give up the highest three-point percent in the league. Now, that's a variable stat. It's not really a good indicator because sometimes it's just bad luck. But the Heat are 5-1 when Duncan scores more than 10 points. So I think it's a good sign that, I think he's going to start again. He's going to get shots, but he's also diversifying what he's doing, as we saw last game. It's not going to happen like it did on Sunday every game, but Duncan can continue to be aggressive and doing the different things. I think it could be a big scoring night. I saw on Better Edge, he is over or under 15.5 points. That's a crazy number if you would have told me at the beginning of the season or last year that Duncan Robinson would have that as a over-under for his points. My fifth key, second game of the in-season tournament. I don't really know how much the Heat really care about this, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to continue to stay hot, win our 6th game in a row, continue to win and stack up wins in the win column, not just for the in-season tournament games, but just for the standings. I think we're a couple games out of first, second, third place. It's really incredible that we've kind of turned around things. Maybe the schedule has eased up a little bit because we had a tough start, but we've had a lot of road games, so it's a great sign. As I said earlier, Greg Sylvander will be in the house. I think the Heat will have the guts. I think the Heat will get it done in Charlotte tonight. Thanks.